Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brendan Lee. In this video, I want to talk to you about inventions. Okay? So now take a look around your world, your room, wherever you are. Okay, you're watching this video. Look at how much stuff is invented. Yeah? And like I'm sitting in a room, looking at a camera. That's an invention. Wearing clothes, another invention. Microphone, another invention. I cut my hair, or lack thereof, with clippers. That's another invention. This entire building, somebody invented milling lumber, carpet, like all these objects that are created, they're invented. There's other inventions. Language is an invention. Wheels are an invention. Fire, it's like a discovery, but then how we harness it is invented. Like we invented how to harness fire, how to work with it, all these things, yeah? More inventions. Social norms are an invention. Rules, agreements are an invention. Language social is an invention. You get in the picture. A picture is an invention. How you're listening to me now would not be possible without the invention of language. It's all invented. There's these inventions. And because sometimes as I'm talking to Peter, right, we hang out every so often, ride some bikes sometimes, and we're going around. Sometimes our conversations swing over to consciousness or we find aspects of each other's personalities, and sometimes Peter might mention, he's like, well, that's stupid. Or he'll say, like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And I asked him one time after, because sometimes maybe I get a little bothered by that. And I was talking to him, he was like, doesn't make any sense. I'm like, well, what do you mean when you say doesn't make any sense? Like, why do you always have to say it doesn't make any sense, right? And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me why you say it doesn't make any sense. And he's like, hey, look at it. Look at this. Like, when, out of all the things that could be invented, why invent something stupid? Like that clearly doesn't work. For example, see, intimate partnerships. The way we relate to one another is invented. We create it. There isn't like a magical formula for the right relationship to have. We make it up as we go along. That's the reality of that, right? Now, how many of those are good, healthy, happy, empowering, free of drama? See? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, right. I'm talking to the one couple out there, the one person out there that has no drama with their intimate partner at all. It's just smooth sailing. Anybody? If you are that person, give me a call. No, don't call me. Just email me. I want to know. I doubt it exists, though. You see? Why? Well, it's not how we do that. In either case, or certain laws, or religious stuff. Look at religion. Religion, oh my God, look at religion. Okay, don't look. Maybe it's pretty rough out there. Made up. It is made up. It's made up. Religion was made up. Yeah, it's made up by God. Bullshit. It's made up by a human being. It's made the fuck up. No humans, no religion. You ever see a dog, a wild animal, just praying to God? Help me survive the hibernation. No. See? So now I say that, if for some reason you're a religious nut and you found my video and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know why you're finding my video and I don't know why you're still watching by this point. Yeah, religion's made up. And then look at some of the stupidity that comes with it. And so I was talking to Peter about that, and he's like, oh, and then it dawned on me, oh yeah, right. People they either forgot or they don't notice that it's an invention. They don't understand that it is made up. Martial arts is all made up. See, there's, especially in the more traditional martial arts, because every so often I interact with people from those domains, or I've heard stuff and I see stuff on YouTube or whatever, and they talk about their martial art as if it's some sacred fucking God's gift to the right way to live life. No, dude. somebody made it the fuck up, and then you're making up that it is the right way to live life. That's also an invention. That's the reality. Oh, right. And you see, I'm harping on it. I'm going after it, right? And people don't realize the invented part. They forgot. Or they don't notice somehow. Or they're willfully ignorant. Or they're just flat out, I don't even want to see that. See, because one of the things that happened for me in a big way, I had an enlightenment experience, and that blew my fucking mind, okay? And I also, near to that, got how much is made up. How much of our reality, in a sense, is made the fuck up. And I don't think that I got it like that before, okay? And I was like, oh my God, wow. Look, there's that social world is made up, that religion is made up. This whole, like when people hang out together in a group, say they're like part of a certain subculture, they're making that up. And they think it's real and serious. But they're making it up. And they probably don't know that they're making it up. They just like, well, I'm just a goth, or I'm just a punk, or I'm just emo, or whatever. See, or I have this certain social class. Social class is made up. It's all made up. It's invented. And then we go along with it and then forget that it's invented. So now one of the messages here is I'm attempting to invite you to confront that in an experiential way, not just thinking about it, how much you make up. Okay, that's the one thing, is to confront it's, ripping off my previous video, quote from Einstein or whatever, the terrestrial origin of the thing. And another addition I have to that is I've been listening to this autobiography of a billionaire who founded Blackstone, and then another billionaire, Elon Musk, just for my own learning and my own entertainment, I'm studying something, that's my own thing. And these people, so far, two out of two, they make shit up and they go for it. Okay? They're like, I think I want to go to Mars. I want to get people to Mars. And then they go and they make it up powerfully and they create stuff. And this other guy's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to create this fund and I'm going to go down, and they make stuff happen. And they're making it up too. I don't know why I brought them up, really. I don't know how it serves the video. In this case, it's like they are also making things up, and my point is some stuff that can be made up is dumb. Other stuff that can be made up is intelligent, powerful, smart. Atom bomb is made up. We made it. It's an invention. It's powerful. Social, the whole social world is made up, and it's extremely powerful. You see how I wear clothes, and when you go into a grocery store, you act polite or not, you see, but you know that there's a social rules. All those rules are made up. And coming back to my point, once I got some freedom from that, I realized, wow, I can make stuff up. Like, we've got a story from in here back when I was training martial arts. I was an apprentice with Peter Ralston. And there was one time I was in a shitty mood, and he said, hey, be enthusiastic. You know what the first thing I said is, I can't. And then he, luckily he was patient enough with me. He's like, if you act enthusiastic, you'll be enthusiastic. So I gave it a shot. And you know what? It's workable. Enthusiasm. You can make up enthusiasm. Why? Just because. You see, so I'm not exactly sure what my point is here with this video, but it's like, one, to share with you that it is possible to discover. I'm swinging back a little bit. I want you to discover how much you make up and realize that most of what's going on in your world is made up. Then, if you really, really get that, I'm postulating, you can start to go, oh, this made up stuff sucks. I'll make up something else that's better. That's empowering. Ergo, you have more power, you have more facility as a human being. Oh, you see, this is another thing like that I harp on. People talk about, I need motivation. No, you don't. You just need to make the fuck up what you want to do and go do it. Again, make it up. I need motivation to make it up. No, you don't. You just need to do the fucking thing. Yeah, but blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Fine, don't watch the video. Go. Don't make it up. Yeah, but I want to make it up. Okay, then do it. Yeah, but blah, blah. Okay, then shut the fuck up. Okay, so you get that you can make things up. You can, and then it's like this. Then there is a different perspective for me, Ralston, also. This other perspective of knowing that things are made up, realizing that their terrestrial origin, and having an ability, perhaps, to discern, oh, I'd rather do this, and oh, that doesn't work, and oh, this is functional, and it doesn't need to be that way. That's the point. These made-up things do not need to stay that way. They can be made up another way. God damn it. It doesn't need to stay that way. You know all the shit that's broken in our social system, on our social hierarchy? Doesn't need to stay broken. We could make up another one that actually works better. You know how, like, probably health insurance is broken? It's made the fuck up. It's a made-up system. Some asshole. Remember when before there was health insurance? Probably not. Does anybody know the history of how health insurance got created? Like, how the system of treating people, in the United States anyway, got created? See, at some point, some motherfucker made that up. And then it probably changed and twisted and turned. And now we have the system that we have today for taking care of health in the American people. It's made the fuck up. Is it working? To some degree. Depends on what country you're in compared to a third world country. Way better than that. Healthcare is pretty good. Could it be better? Yeah. Why do we make it better? Why? Well, you see, we could. Because it's made up. It's an invention. Our system of government is an invention. Our tax codes is an invention. All the rules. See, again, it made me think of the autobiography of Elon Musk. He's talking about rules, and, you know, he's building rockets. And then the people come in and say, he's like, do we need all these bolts here? That's like, or no, assembly line for cars, excuse me. He's building the vehicles, the cars. And he's like, why do we need 6 bolts? He's like, well, it's a recommendation from the manufacturer. He's like, oh, he knows clearly that it's made up. He's like, take them away. What actually works? Take it away. Take it away. Like, just get rid of all the shit. Why? Because it's just made up stuff that somebody made up. It ended up in a manual. Then it becomes gospel somehow. And then why do you put six bolts into this junction of these 2 panels of the car? Because that's what the manufacturer recommends. Or this one even, right? This one. Here's another one. And this one got me going a little bit. He's talking about there's cars on an assembly line, and there's a machine manufacturing a certain part on a car. Oh, no. There's a machine that puts these bolts into a part on the car, right? And he's like, why is it going so slow? He's like, well, it just goes slow. And he's like, no, find me the person, find the fucking reason, what's really going on here, get me into this machine. And they got into the machine, and it turns out that the machine came factory preset at 20% of its speed capacity. And he's like, why is it at 20%? He's like, well, that's just a recommendation from the manufacturer. He's like, no, fuck it, crank it to 100, let's go. You see, again, made up, and then taken to be gospel, and then you see how that slips under the radar? So he's in there destroying people's ideas about what's possible. This is what I'm making up, you see? Destroying people's ideas about what's possible because they just take it at face value. And he's like, no, that's made up. Like, is it physically possible to do this? I think he calls that first principles thinking or something like that. Because if we go by the laws of physics, no, we can go faster. What the fuck? You see? Not taking this made up as real. Or Peter's got a funny story about him in the Bay Area, California, and he said that they would do these work in the school, and there was this bus stop out front, right? And so they had this bus stop, and often, many times during the day, this bus is coming, interrupting what they're doing. So he's like, move the bus stop. So they fucking took the bench, moved it across the street apparently, painted the curb, put the right color paint on the curb over there, like literally moved the bus stop down the street. And I guess like the first time the bus came back, they kind of heard him slow down, like, what? And then go across the road. See, so it's like, again, like these rules. We live within these rules that are made up, but we forget. As if it's somehow real. Like all that socially important crap. Again, it's made up. And then people freak the fuck out. As far as I can tell, they freak out. You tell them it's made up, they think, oh my God, you're taking away my reality. No, it was never real to begin with, you nitwit. You're just thinking it's real. Oh yeah, but then I'll lose a part of myself. No, you won't. Oh yeah, but then it's not powerful, or I've got nothing. No, you've had nothing the whole time, and I didn't say not powerful either. Some made up stuff is incredibly powerful. Made up does not mean not powerful. Made up does not mean bad. It just means it's made up. It's invented. It's created. That means you have the capacity to create things. You can make up new shit. You can make up shit that's powerful, that works, that's enlivening, that's good. You have that power. Don't forget that. Okay? So there you go. You got it? Do something. Or not. Hope that video served you. Now go make up some good shit in the world. I love you. Bye.